Live.
All right.
Facebook, social media, everywhere out there. Welcome to the third episode, Bandcave Hour podcast. We've got some awesome dudes in the studio today. Mr. Marc Martinez and Edwardo Rivas joining us.
Yeah,
guys,
man.
how you doing?
Good, brother. How you doing, man? Jorge, what's up?
What's up, y'all? How's it going? We're
Good.
just making sure we got Pro Tools running. We got Mike back here also manning the Pro Tools
All right, Mike.
feed.
I think the volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me
It's okay.
kill that.
No problem.
We got it.
We got it. We're all good to go. Well, guys, thanks for coming in and
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man.
You know, I mean, we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff, whatever y'all want to talk about.
Cool.
You know, and y'all were telling me earlier. We can go ahead and jump in. They were telling me earlier, Jorge, about tell me a song with the San Antonio Symphony. If y'all want to.
Oh yeah, we Eddie and I wrote a song years ago for Emilio Navaira. And
And you know what?
I
That
think-
was the first song that we wrote.
I was gonna say, but like before we like jump right into that, let's get a little background on who you guys are and how you know like you guys have been playing together. You guys have known each other for a long time, and then how y'all ended up working together on this symphony thing. I think would be cool if y'all gave us a little bit of a background.
I'll go first.
You always go first.
No, but I want to explain this because this goes back. Like the history goes back.
He was 13 years old when I knew him. He was running around in diapers.
Okay, well, see that, but before that,
Was that like
Now
You
he's
wore
in-
diapers at 13?
and I had hair.
and now he's running around with Depends.
I'm going right now. So my dad and George Rivas had a band.
My brother George.
His brother George, and George was a keyboard player for my dad's band. And this is like in the 60s.
Whoa.
So I was born in 70, so that makes me 18.
I was born in '68.
You're born in 68. So we're like lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. So y'all been playing together now for off and on for
He was 15 years old when we first started playing. No,
Yeah.
14. You
14.
played with George, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then from then on, we played with Joe Posada.
Mm-hmm.
We played with, we had our own group. We played with Emilio. And he played with Emilio all the time, but I helped him out. And we've been playing since till right now, till Root
Chacare and then X Factor.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
And then writing.
So now, how'd y'all end up with the symphony, doing the symphony thing?
Well,
Well,
go for it.
We wrote that song, Lucero de mi Alma, back in 2000. What was it?
93 probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a long time.
It was our first song that we wrote. We went to the
Had a
library,
VX.
remember?
So
my VFX keyboard. It had a little built-in sequencer.
a song y'all wrote together like over 25 years ago, let's just say. Now it's the part of the San Antonio Symphony. Is that
Yeah. Well, when we did the tribute to Emilio Navaira,
Yeah.
with his boys singing, Diego and Emilio fronting the band. We have the original members that recorded a lot of his music. Wow. So they scored the music. Well, they selected the songs and then they scored them, and then we got to perform them live. And the song that we wrote together was scored, and we got to perform it with the symphony.
Man, so what is that experience like, guys? Right? I mean,
Well,
all the-
watching him, he was playing. I was up in the audience, and it was just incredible to see the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
And then to see Mark perform that song that we wrote was just like taking me back to when we wrote it back in the library
man.
when we were at this, you know.
Upstairs in my
how does it feel with all the pieces, man? With everything, just I mean, how did that work? Like, was it just ambient sound that you're hearing? Or did you have wedges in front of you? Did you?
We had wedges, but they're more for like the band, and
Yeah.
we tried to get something from the like some kind of a mix from the symphony
Yeah.
put on there. But
Was it awesome, dude?
yeah, it was great, dude. It was It's something that now we did it back, with Emilio too. So back with Emilio in the mid '90s, we performed with the San Antonio Symphony and the Dallas Symphony.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't know that.
all these years later,
Yeah.
we did it again, but with Diego fronting the band.
That's
and
great,
Emilio.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can
It
I
sounds
ask you a
great.
question? Are y'all gonna do that again, or?
Probably. I hope.
Yeah, that'd be
There's
nice.
music already
I
scored.
want to be the roadie on that one. Can I come? I'll keep the beer cold in the
We'll learn,
beer.
hey, we'll learn some Spanish, puto.
I know, man. Y'all need to teach me how to speak Spanish, man. We were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Spanglish.
the
Jorge's
next
gonna teach me.
episode. It's gonna be the next episode is gonna be
Me learning
like,
Spanglish.
Nicolás Laurencio aprende el español.
We can bring in Jorge Infante for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring it over here. And then we'll all be like this, huh? These guys can talk. But yeah, man, it was definitely amazing.
So
yeah.
that's great.
Yeah,
So
it was great.
when y'all came in earlier, y'all were working today. Y'all were recording today.
And that that brings us back because we hadn't done that. We hadn't recorded in a long
Years,
time.
man.
About a decade, I guess.
Yeah, we planned for this day, like spring break, for us to get together and start writing again.
Really? So y'all were doing more writing today, or did y'all lay some stuff down, or
Just guides.
some ideas and stuff?
Yeah, just ideas. It's our
That's
first
great.
time getting together, so.
That's great, man.
And then Jorge comes up and calls me up.
Do y'all have any issues at all with like any mastering or mixing? At the very end, I know of a pretty cool studio.
Where?
It's a cave. It's an actual cave.
Like this one?
And it looks just like this.
Looks a lot like
It looks a
this.
lot like
with
this.
the mixer up on the wall.
With the mixer up on the wall, yeah, and everything. Yeah.
So that's a Bluetooth. That's one of the new Bluetooth
PC.
models.
That's my 1978 Bluetooth Yamaha console that
2408.
24.
PC.
24
puro
blue.
cassette.
Yeah, PC, man. We're recording PC.
Puro
Puro
cassette.
cassette.
That's great, man. That's great.
Sorry, folks.
Well, speaking of that, a lot of guys now recording, they're trying to go back to get these sounds, which I really don't. I'm on the fence with it, but Jorge's actually showed me some plugins, right? Have y'all seen some of these new plugins that emulate the tape and stuff like that on the computer? And dude, it really warms up.
Yeah.
It really warms
Oh,
up
yeah.
the mix,
The preamps and
Yeah,
stuff
man.
like that.
So we may have to pull that mixer off the wall.
Let's do it.
We may have to start
I
using that.
think we can put a tape player in there as well. Right? We can put a
Dude.
cassette player through.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, man, I've got 8-track up in the
Yeah,
attic.
man, for sure.
8-track
That definitely
and
supports 8-track.
Mastering
some ADATs, some ADATs. Anyway.
Dude, so how long? What was it like when forming like Chacare? Because I know that y'all two have known each other for a long time. When did y'all start to decide to like? When were y'all like, bro? We're already best friends.
Yeah.
Let's make a band.
Oh, you want me to start?
Yeah.
All right, I'm first. Well,
All right, never mind. So,
no. I was playing at the time. I was playing with Ram Herrera, and he was playing with Emilio. So we were talking about putting a Spanish rock band together, and it's like no one's doing it. No
Yeah.
one's doing it
Yeah.
in town, and we had our favorite musicians that we wanted to put in the band, and we started off with of course my buddy Gabe Herrera on percussion, and then Pete Perez was just like I've known Pete since he was like 15 years old as well, and then we asked Alfred Flores on guitar. He was our first guitar player, and then we were trying to look for a singer, and Mark knew of a singer. And how did you know Jorge?
Oh, Brandon. Sorry. Oh, Brandon says what's up. By the way, Brandon Rivas. He's watching.
What's
Shout
up,
out to
Brandon?
What's up, Brandon?
what's up,
That's my
Brandon?
nephew right there.
I love you, Brandon. Sorry I didn't
Love
call you
you.
back the other day, brother.
Is that right?
We missed you last night at the jam session. I was waiting for you, brother.
So I knew Jorge, and somehow I got connected with him again because he's just like run sound for a bunch of bands, and somehow we just came up with the idea like, man, we should just try to get Jorge. He sings, he does his thing,
He's a great front man.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing. He's real good with the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we started doing that, and Tuesdays and Wednesdays we're at Rufino's for like, I don't know, a couple of years, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah. We actually
Years.
recorded an album,
Yeah.
and we brought somebody down from Miami, and it was Sebastian Keys, right?
Sebastian Chris.
And that
Yeah.
guy right now, he's like, man,
Yeah, I
he's,
do. Yeah,
he's
amazing.
recorded everybody,
Oh, yeah.
Mana, and that was after us, right, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of that, weren't y'all saying earlier? Can y'all technically say y'all were like the first Latin rock band of San Antonio?
Well,
maybe
I mean,
sort of.
Right after when we started,
Live,
there was a
baby.
Live.
band called Metal, which was
Oh yeah. Yeah.
but they did that right after us, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we started playing Latin rock. We started just pulling in these tunes and doing, we wanted to kind of go with the Latin rock thing because Ricky Martin, I think, had just come out with La Vida Loca.
Oh, yeah.
And so he kind of
my
started
jam,
breaking.
bro.
Yeah, dude.
That song.
I bet
wakes
it
me-
is.
That song wakes me up every morning, dude. That's my ringer.
alarm.
That's your ringer?
That's my
That's your
alarm, dude.
Your alarm ringtone.
Inside out. We should recut that, man, with like a country flair. You think that would work? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. So that was early 2000s then,
Yeah.
or late 90s.
Late 90s.
And we talked to this producer, and he was saying, look, the movement is coming. He said that we knew about the Supernatural album from Santana,
yeah.
and this was right before that was going to come out. So he said, look, we want to catch the wave, so let's bring in that guy from Miami to record you guys. So we did 10 songs, and man, they were amazing. Right?
Yeah.
That's great, man.
They stayed, but it stayed on the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it stayed on the shelf.
That happens sometimes, and they'll pull them out when like other people want to record and stuff. Like it's weird how that works. I don't know what the politics behind all of that is. But
Yeah.
it sucks when you have a good thing going and then you get it recorded and then it gets
And
shelved.
they pull they just
Yeah.
pull the rug out under you. But I mean, it is
that's
what
a
it
great
is.
experience,
Yeah, I mean,
if
it's
anything,
still
right?
great. I mean, just knowing Sebastian and working with him,
Yeah.
that was cool. Right there, we met another friend, and he's out there doing great things.
Did he come to San Antonio, or did y'all?
He lived here for like a month.
With just working on us. That's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he moved here for like a month.
Yeah, a month, and we were in the studio. Yeah.
10 o'clock.
That's
I was like,
amazing,
what?
man.
10 o'clock?
Yeah. We weren't used to that.
I can't just get here when I want to get
Pete
here?
Pete Perez would say, "I'm not done throwing up till about 9." The hell?
Yeah, Pete.
That's great, man.
That's the old Pete.
That's the old Pete. That's
Yeah.
the
old
Not
Pete.
anymore.
Not anymore.
That boy's been sober for 13 years or
Oh,
something like
proud
that.
of that.
man.
That's
Shout
good.
out to Pete. Yeah.
Yeah,
With
Pete
Chris,
Pettis.
man.
That's great,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get. I think that's going to be a podcast coming up soon. It'll be Chris, Chris
yeah.
and Pete.
Yeah, that'd be
Sean.
good.
That'd be
yeah.
awesome.
That would be really, really cool. So
Well,
then,
man, that was when I met y'all. Mm-hmm. I remember I met y'all at the.
You were a little kid running around too.
dude,
yeah, you're about 16 or 17, I guess.
It was the
about
Keith
that time.
Harder Christmas party, and I think I was a junior in high school.
Oh,
I think
wow.
because my parents and our parents kind of know
Your
each
dad.
other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you know they like,
With the music and stuff?
huh?
They know each other through music and
The
stuff?
dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
Jorge,
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
knows his
So,
dad.
wow.
Yeah, my dad knows Mark's dad from Alamo Music,
And George too, my
Okay.
family.
and
Yeah.
But then also like I remember I would go to Keith Harder to do like voice stuff, like voice commercials. Dude, I did a Dr. Pepper commercial one day.
Really?
Yeah, and that was like the most I'd ever gotten paid. I did it in English and Spanish, so I got paid twice. And it was
Wow.
just sort of like, so you're telling me that I can do this?
That I can actually
get
make money with.
for
Yeah.
it? And then I never got hired for anything else ever again.
Boo. So you
I
learn how to
hired you a few
play.
times.
There you go. So you learn how to play the bass then.
Yeah, so I was like, I better get good at something
Well,
else.
I better learn the bass. You
What's
know?
the easiest instrument I can pick up?
Yeah, I tell you
I don't know
what, man,
about
he
that.
sounded kick ass on Saturday, dude.
Oh, dude,
We had
that
a good
was
time.
that was a lot of fun. That
That
was
was-
that
Where
was a
y'all
good
at
band.
Saturday?
It was Mark, Mondo, John Hernandez,
Killer rhythm section.
myself,
Decent lineup. You know?
and then Rudy. What's his last name, dude?
Estrada.
Rudy Estrada on trumpet, and
David.
David Villanueva, and Wednesday Ball on singing.
I'm sure that was.
It was a
Was it a
good
private
lineup.
party up
Yeah.
in Midland?
Private party.
Awesome.
Yeah, man, and yeah, so kudos. That's
Roll
a
Dukes, right? Roll
great
Dukes.
bass. Yeah, Roll Dukes band. Yeah.
Well, the reason
Gotta
why it
plug
sounds
that
so
in.
good is because we've been playing for so long.
Yes.
We've been playing together.
And
for
that's
so long.
true, man. That's true, man. There's just the chemistry is just there. You can just kind of
Yeah.
pop in and just knock it out, and
Of course.
yeah, it feels wonderful to have such great talent in San Antonio, and we all know.
We
there's
were talking
talent
about
here.
that earlier.
We were
There's
talking
so
about
much
that earlier.
talent
There's a
here in
lot
San
of talent
Antonio.
Here in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
When we
lot.
started, putting this podcast together, we were, putting the pencil to the paper and going, hey, who can we reach out to? And we started just. Before you know it, man, there's a list of 50 people that are just friends that have been successful, like you guys in music, here in San Antonio.
man, it pays the bills. Thank God.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Somehow.
somehow.
So,
I still have a regular job too, so.
Yeah.
But
So what is it? So, I know, right? What is it? What's your regular job, Eddie?
I'm a robotics teacher.
Really?
Harris Middle School.
Awesome.
Be careful,
Yeah.
Mark. He's gonna.
They didn't have a
program some
class like
robots
that
to
when I
get
was in
you
middle
the
school.
And I do that all day.
What'd
you say?
French robot tickler.
I said he's gonna.
The French robot tickler.
He's gonna.
I want bring one of those. You should have brought one of those with you to the podcast.
Oh, I can't be one of those. None of my kids are watching, right?
Just kidding, kids.
Right.
Just kidding.
Oh man, that's funny.
No, it's fun, you know, and it's kind of fun because I live across the street from where I work, so I walk every day.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, dude, literally
That's awesome.
across the street. Like
How long is that? So how long have you been teaching?
Man, since you know, it's funny because I was always gigging, but while people would go party, I would study. So I was always going to school. I started 2004.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I started 2004. So
Wow, dude, that
been a
long
while.
ago?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So this is a robotics class in middle school, right?
Yeah.
And that's all
just
Building-
coding, building.
computer programs and stuff
Yeah.
like that. See, they didn't have a class like that when I was in middle school.
No,
It's fun.
even when I was in high school.
I had choir. That was cool, right? The nerds.
Although
Hung
I
out
did
with the
have
nerds.
Mike here as a video tech teacher who is now
Yeah.
by default now making all of this happen as well. So
Shout out to
Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike
Mike.
Randolph hiding in the
Awesome.
back there. He was with us last week. I don't know if y'all saw that, but Mike showed us some cool stuff with the theremin.
What school are you at, Mike?
Stevens?
Stevens. Okay.
Stevens.
All right.
Is it, it's over there off of
By SeaWorld.
That's right.
By
That's right.
SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Hey, we're getting a raise, by the way, next year. $5,000, I think.
$5,000. My wife's a teacher. $10,000.
All right.
Really? All right, dude.
Let's do it.
I'm getting more cents.
but
Yeah, no, I knew he was gonna say it. More gear. More.
More gear. Me too.
nice.
I know the
Yeah,
wife,
my
the
girlfriend
wives don't
gets
hear
upset. Yeah, my girlfriend gets upset. Sorry, babe.
that. Ashley asked me for Christmas, like, what do you want for anything for the studio or anything like that? You know, and I'm like, well, yeah, there's this $1,000 mic. She goes, you're crazy, man. I was like, well, these are the toys we need, right?
Yeah, man. Exactly right. Gotta keep
never
moving.
have too much.
Get her to
toys.
buy it for me.
Never have too
that
much
microphone.
toys.
Yeah, I know. Look at all our toys today. That's right.
I know, man.
Yeah, but you need Pampers. I
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You have a baby right now.
Yeah.
I have a 17-month-old.
Wow.
Yeah. His name is Reed. I just saw him earlier. He was mad. He didn't want me to come out here.
Dude,
He wanted me to stay
he's
inside.
a good
He's a
man.
big kid.
He's
Wow.
a good sized kid, man. He's about
Congratulations.
6'3" now.
I know, man. I know, dude.
17 months. Pretty good.
He's huge, man. It's like he eats bricks or something for breakfast, man. He doesn't miss any meals at all. The other day, I was proud of him. The other day, he ate a full bean and cheese taco.
Wow.
The whole thing.
There you go.
Holy crap!
Like it's like Jorge Infante said, you
Jorge,
can
we
never
gotta-
go wrong with a bean and cheese.
That's
It's
right.
like, Jorge, we got to do more podcasts so I can pay for all these bean and cheese tacos. Bean and cheese. Yeah. So, but anyway, so y'all were working today. We were going. I know we're going back to that, but y'all were working today, just writing and stuff. Y'all were gonna put anything new out or anything like that?
Well, I mean, there's some songs that I have that, you know, I'm kind of getting that itch to write, period, because I haven't written in so long, man. Just
I'm the same way, man.
work, and you know what I mean? Family, kids are getting older, that kind of stuff. And so when we planned this day, yeah, I was just to kind of get together and just, I mean, really, it's just like
Build a catalog.
get the,
Yeah.
the whole point is build a catalog, but it's just to get the ball rolling again. It's been so long since we've actually, you know, sat down and, all right, let's work something out. You
Yeah,
know?
I know, and it's
Yeah.
hard, but once you get in the rhythm of doing
Oh,
it,
yeah.
right, it starts flowing.
We
dude.
caught a rhythm, man. Actually, man, I mean, like in
Right
about
away.
an hour,
Yeah.
man, we
We
were
wrote
like,
one song already.
Started flowing again, right? Dude, that's cool, man. Yeah, it is, and it is hard to get in that zone of writing and okay, let me do this and let me do that and getting back to basics, really.
Yeah.
You know, because the busier we are, it's like.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Telling my wife that the other day, I was like, "It just seems like there's not enough hours in the day anymore. It's just flying by."
Yeah.
But anyway,
Telling
And
you.
I've
Mark, you've got X Factor and Royal Dukes to manage, right? Like you've got
yeah, the two bands
on
yeah.
top of all of your own personal
Super
sort of-
busy, Marc
Yeah,
Martinez.
man. Well,
you've been busy since I've known you, man. I mean, when you used to play with our band, you
Oh,
were
yeah.
playing like you just had a lot. That's great.
I
though.
try to stop doing that a little bit. You know, like playing out so much. you know. But I guess, you know, as a working musician, that's what you're gonna do anyway. But I try to like narrow that down a little bit to, you know, now that it's
selective.
the Roll Dukes, yeah, and then X Factor, and that's busy enough right there.
Like I started playing with the Clay Hollis band last
Mm-hmm.
year, and we become good friends, and we looked at each other's schedule, and it's like I had my dates with Nick Lawrence band, of course, but it didn't conflict with the dates he needed me on,
That's
and then
awesome.
it's
Yeah,
been about 8 months, and we're still jamming together.
Yeah,
and,
dude. See,
and we're making it
manage
work, but it is hard managing different projects because I have the '80s band too, and then now that we have the studio and the podcast now, so
Shout
but
out
it is
to
hard.
shout out to Joey Jimenez. He's watching, dude. He said Mark's still here.
still here. Joey, what's up, man?
Yeah,
You know,
dude.
Joey,
and
drummer.
Angelique and my mom is watching.
Badass.
Your mom's watching?
My mom's
Cool,
watching.
man.
Hi, Mom.
So we got like 8 people watching us now.
All right.
It's awesome.
Hey, man, it's a start.
That's
Cool.
a start. No, I don't know how many's watching.
Hi, Mom. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
Embarrassing me,
Friends, Mom. I'll take the trash out later.
Get off the other line.
Stop calling me.
Jeez.
Professional
Is that
video.
Napoleon like Dynamite or something, man? Like,
Something,
you're going,
I don't know what I'm
You're
doing.
going that way, man.
Eat the food, Tina. Eat the food. Oh, the other days I was talking about Clay earlier. So we're playing out of town, and we were going. Fuck, I can't even remember, man. Like he plays a lot of dates in
Angelique
West
also
Texas.
says, "What up,
Who?
Angelique?"
Angelique, how you doing, Angelique?
So,
We were watching anyway on the ride over there. We were watching Nacho Libre.
yeah.
Not a lot of people really know what the hell Nacho Libre is.
like my pants.
It's like one of my favorite movies, dude.
Y'all brought that up when we were eating.
Oh yeah.
And I
Definitely a cultural
I
thing.
haven't seen that movie.
You have
So-
not seen Nacho
no.
Libre.
Come
No,
on,
and
dude.
everyone
Dude.
quotes from it all the time.
I already got after him. I already gave him
Can't
the
be
whole...
in the clubhouse
Don't give me
anymore.
the lecture.
I was like, dude, what's up, man? It's
They
on
lectured me.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix. It's so funny.
There's no excuses. All
No
right.
excuses, man.
I want to win. I'm tired of losing. I want to win.
Give me some of that corn.
You like
that corn?
You like my pants?
Give me some of that corn.
These are my recreational clothes. Oh, goodness.
Oh,
we're
man.
acting
So
up.
how did we go from
The comedy's
music
free,
to
ladies and
Nacho Libre?
gentlemen. The comedy's free.
You need to be like that guy with the sunglasses.
Like my brother said the other day that he was talking to what's that comedian? Not George Lopez, but the other guy, Paul Rodriguez.
Paul Rodriguez.
He said that he was talking to him the other day, and that he said, yeah, the best gig I've ever done was at an Alzheimer's convention. He only said one joke.
That's terrible.
Man, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Dude.
That's good though. That's good. I'm gonna remember that.
Will you remember that?
I'm gonna try to remember that.
Sorry.
My dad will like that joke.
He told me that last night, man. I was busted out
I
laughing.
told
man.
one joke.
Oh, I got wet my eyes, dude.
Oh man. Well, for those of you watching, this is what we do here in the band.
Yeah,
we
man.
we hang out.
Jokes.
Brotherhood.
Might
Tell
grab me a
jokes.
cold beer in a
We
little
tell
bit.
each other
Tell each
jokes.
other jokes.
We just hang out and tell each other jokes.
Nerds. No. So what do y'all have coming up, man? Let's is there anything big coming up?
Well, I'm working on an album for my family.
Oh yeah.
I've been working for about a year already, and I've written 8 songs already, and hopefully this year it'll come out. But shout out to my brothers and my sister, Raquel, Richard, Tony, Henry, George, and then my nephew Brandon. So we're gonna come out with something hopefully by this year.
And then so
And I wrote all the tunes, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's about the family too.
really?
All the songs, yeah.
That's
How
so
did that
cool.
come about? How did y'all
Yeah.
decide on putting that together?
Well, I kind of decided that a long time ago because they've always wanted to get together, but we've never played. Well, we played together, but we never recorded anything together. And you know, my brother George has done so many records, and my brother Henry,
Yeah.
and then my 2 older brothers, Tony and Richard. Man, they were in mariachis and they played all overseas. Wow. So and then my nephew Brandon, he's just
It's a huge music family. Man.
awesome.
Oh,
And
yeah.
my sister
That's great,
Raquel's,
man.
yeah, So I wanted to do something for them
Yeah.
because we're getting older, and our parents passed away,
Whatever.
2008, and we just wanted to just do something for us.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are excited about it.
Oh man, I'd love to hear
Yeah.
that, man. That's awesome.
I'm
Yeah, I
excited
can't wait
about
to
it.
hear. That's gonna be great.
Maybe
a good
when
one.
I finish it, we can come out here and talk
Yeah.
about it.
We'll do
Oh,
the,
dude, yeah, we should definitely
like an album
yeah.
release
When
podcast,
you're ready,
man.
yes.
It'd be great, man.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
See?
See, this is all working.
Not just
man.
a hat rack, my friends.
Yeah.
Not just a hat rack.
And I also have my website, Hat Rack.
hat rack.
I have a website,
Productions.
EdwardoRivas.com. So it's EdwardoRivas.com.
Cool.
Word.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
I will definitely.
I'm gonna block that.
I'm gonna
Block.
I'm gonna block the site.
And
block it.
Mark's he's playing with the boys. Y'all have some gigs coming up, right?
The tribute, Emilio's tribute.
Yeah. That's a cool thing there.
Yeah.
So
That's
what
like
was that,
really
dude? What,
cool.
how did you get that gig, and what was that like? Like,
What gig?
Like, how did you end up playing with Emilio, and like, you know
yeah,
what I
go
mean?
back.
Oh,
Go back
man.
to the beginning of how
Man,
that even
I
started.
remember when he
you know?
asked me. I remember when you asked me.
Dude, so I was recording with RDV. And I had written some intros for him for some of his original music. And so we recorded at Raul Navaira's house. Yeah, in his studio. And then a while, maybe like a month and a half later, 2 months, he gives me a call asking me if I would consider, playing with Emilio. Emilio was just taking off. This is right after David Lee.
Wow.
And then it's so.
Oh, so like a long time ago, right? Like you started playing with him like
Well,
early
actually-
'90s.
Actually, I think he got out of David Lee maybe like in '88 or '89 or something.
And he had,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
had Pancho,
And-
Pancho playing with him for a little
Yeah,
bit. right?
Pancho was playing with him.
Was that first album he did over there, at Studio M? I think was like '91 or something like that with
Unsung Highways, yeah.
Unsung Highways. Yeah, with Marius and Michael Morales.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because I would go. My dad's band recorded over there, and I was young, like 12 or something, 13, and I'd walk in and I'd see these David Lee Garza and Emilio on the wall, and these gold records, man. And I didn't know there was any gold records in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I thought they were all Nashville, L.A., New York. No, in
Yeah.
San Antonio, it's
Nah,
like
I mean, it wasn't a
Tejano
record.
was huge.
It was a cassette.
A cassette, yeah.
PC.
And it was
little
either
cassette.
silver or gold.
Remember that? Yeah.
I
That's
remember
right.
that.
Yeah, I got it
Yeah,
at the house.
you're right. No, you're right. It was a
Yeah.
cassette.
It's a little
Yeah.
cassette.
And then I think Marius had one that was a CD.
Yeah, that's big time right there, brother.
It's
That's triple platinum.
like triple platinum.
Adam Drum says, "What's up to y'all?"
Top
And
Adam.
he says, "I'll see you tomorrow and Thursday at Cowboys."
Yeah, Adam, I want my shoes. my tennies. Don't forget my tennies. I left my, I left my
Modern day
shoes.
technology,
Dancing
baby.
shoes, your dancing shoes.
I let no my tennies. I
They're
left
your
my tennies on my
They're
last
not your
gig.
tap shoes? You said you did some tap dancing?
Well,
no?
my left knee
anymore?
is kind of acting up a little bit, so I've been kind of like holding back from some of the.
Cowboys calling you.
The left knee, the right knee, or the weenie?
That's a good
What
one,
knee?
dude.
What knee is it? What knee is it?
All of
Mom,
the
there's
above.
mom calling again.
Oh man, that's funny, dude. Yeah.
Hey, this is
yeah,
what we're
man.
doing here.
That's good, dude. That's nice. That's
Jorge,
funny.
we need to go into comedy. Just give up sell the bass.
Yeah.
Sell the,
Just, you know,
sell the bass. No, I'll sell all my guitars. And, we'll just go on the road, man.
Finance it.
We'll go do a bunch of Alzheimer's Association. Alzheimer's. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's awful.
Sorry about that.
No, I love it. I love it. That's funny. That's funny.
Oh man. Okay, so where were we?
Well, you
I
know
don't
what?
remember.
Your knee, the tap dancing. But
Oh,
you weren't.
yeah.
Someone has his shoes or something like
Yeah,
that.
Adam has my shoes.
No,
Bring my
but he
shoes,
was
Adam.
talking about him starting off with Emilio, but
one
he
sec.
was playing.
We might be having some technical difficulties.
Technical
here.
difficulties. If y'all are still watching us out there,
Yeah.
again, third week in a row, I didn't pay the bill. I need to cut the electricity on.
Control delete.
Third week. I'm on a weekly payment plan with CPS.
It's the stream is still good. We're give me a second. I just gotta
Don't get nervous, mijo.
Pro Tools is still.
I bet you it's that console with the Bluetooth inside that console, man. It's not talking.
That's what he did.
UHF.
I knew we should have got the UHF instead of the VHS F.
VHSF.
VHF.
It's still going, right? All
Well,
right, all
This
right.
is actually this is the most laughing we've done, dude.
Yeah.
This is only the third time, but dude.
Y'all,
this is-
didn't y'all have Chris? Man, that guy's just.
Oh, he's just no. We
Non-stop,
laughed.
man.
We laughed and had a pretty good time. But this is definitely just
Oh, cool. It's
a little more
flowing.
jokes. A little more
It's
jokes.
flowing.
Of course, it's three guys. It was just me and Chris talking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I met him a long time ago, but I don't know anything about
Yeah.
him. Or,
Yeah.
You know, and,
That guy, he used to do films with Jorge Infante, the singer that sang
Oh
with us.
yeah. And then
And
Adam starts,
he did a lot of acting.
I did not know that.
What happened?
We had a pretty smooth run last time with Mike, and I didn't think it was gonna happen again. But like
Restart.
sometimes the cameras get like weird, and we just gotta like restart.
We're gonna-
just the software.
Next week we're gonna go get the right stuff we need, and then I've got another MacBook there that I have to put a new.
So are we
drive
still
in.
streaming or?
The feed is still live. It's just there's no video or audio right
Oh,
now.
okay.
So it's like stuck on us.
It's just on a blank.
Stuck on you. Right?
Yeah.
Got this feeling down deep in my soul.
All into it. Right?
We're experiencing some technical difficulty.
I'm so
Let me see.
Wrestling is my passion.
yeah. I'm just restarting OBS, but it's
Music is
it's
my
like
passion.
doing the same thing.
Have you ever been to those movies where you go in and you act out the whole parts? They had like the Three Amigos. You like the Three Amigos?
Oh, of course, I love that movie, dude. Are you kidding, man? Dude, I've got
It's
that.
a sweater.
Best part, man. They're in the middle of the desert.
I know. Man.
Me and the guys chipped in to get you a present for your 39th birthday.
It's a good one. It's a sweater.
And he goes, it's a sweater. And his teeth are off. A woman is like a flower. You have to wait for them to open their petals to you. And tonight, if she doesn't open her petals to you, El Guapo, then I will kill her.
Good one, man. Look up here. Look up here. Look up here.
Stupid idiots.
My little buttercup.
Oh man.
And the
that's
bartender,
good.
the big fat guy, comes up and then, my little buttercup. The last part.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best, dude.
I'm just gonna restart.
They just don't make movies like that anymore.
No, that's some
No,
intelligent
man.
writing, dude.
Oh, dude.
Hey man, speaking of movies, have you seen
Dang it! Man. I've got to find a way.
The
around
Green Book?
this. It's just
That's a
my
great
laptop.
movie.
Whoa, wait.
It won an
that's-
Oscar.
That's not the Spike. No, Spike
No,
Lee is.
see, I have not seen Green Book yet.
Okay.
That's the one they were talking about on
It's
the
about
Oscars,
the piano
right?
piano player, right?
Yeah,
Dude,
and
I
then-
need to see that one, dude.
Yeah.
that one. And have you seen the Black
We're done?
Klansman?
Yeah.
No.
It's dead. Give it a second. I'm just restarting.
No, the most
another
recent
good
movie
one.
I've seen was A Star Is Born, and I saw Bohemian
That's a good
Rhapsody.
one,
Dude, A Star Is
too,
Born. What the
dude.
hell, dude?
Yeah.
Dude, Lady Gaga is amazing in that movie.
Dude, yeah,
She
dude.
kicks. I'm not trying to be that guy, you know, but I was never like a big fan of her music. It was kind of, it's all right, and she was real weird and shit, wearing like meat dresses.
Yeah.
I thought she was just weird and like wanted attention, but dude, that opened my eyes.
Yeah,
No, like literally, I mean, she kicks
She's a
ass, dude.
she's a
she did
musician.
great, man.
And she looks. I think she looks better natural like that, dude. She looks real.
Yeah,
You know, that's a damn good movie. I didn't think that I would like it.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, it's gonna be
Me
like
neither.
a love drama kind of.
Yeah.
Dude, it kicked lots
Dude.
of ass. Bohemian Rhapsody, dude, I can't believe that didn't win any more awards, dude. That was a badass movie, man. The shots.
Well, he won Best Actor, right?
He did get Best Actor. That's true. That is, he did. I just felt like the music, the way it was mixed.
Yeah.
I think, you know what though, they may have gotten. They did get the Oscar for the
soundtrack.
sound. Yeah, the sound for the movie. Like
the production.
yeah, like
like
the main like mixing of the whole movie.
Yeah,
Like
the soundtrack.
I guess that'd be the soundtrack. Yeah. So I forgot. Yeah.
I thought the soundtrack was like all the songs.
That's what I thought, but it's
the whole-
it's the sound for the whole movie, like the way they, like for instance, when they were at Wimbledon or Wembley Stadium or whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. When I saw that, man, Dude, I don't know how they did. I know it's a lot of it's computer, but dude, it looks real.
I went to
Insane,
because Alfred, my son Alfred, is a big Queen fan. Huge. I mean, like, has a lot of the songs memorized, and like he has this. He's a big Queen fan. So when the movie came out, he wanted to watch it, right?
Of course, yeah.
And so I made him show me the original concert.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And I was like, what?
I did the same thing, dude.
Wow.
Because I liked Queen's music, but I was not,
but I'm
like,
not
a
this huge Queen fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I knew that the movie would be pretty good because, just what an interesting story, right?
Yeah.
Those guys. And yeah, dude, I saw that original concert of the one I'm talking about. I can't the name of the stadium, whatever it is in London.
Wimberley.
Wimberley, right?
Yeah,
Is that it? Okay.
you're right.
That's it.
I was
Yeah,
right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, dude, I saw that on YouTube, and they have an HD thing on YouTube. And then I saw the movie.
Oh,
and I was
okay.
like,
nice.
dude, they got it really
Yeah.
close, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
And even to where he does a kiss to his mom or something. Remember?
yeah. That's all. It's really, really close, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
The
I
movements.
get this clean my Mac shit to make it run smoother, and all it does is it make it run like
Man, with your superior intellect.
Would you say that we have what is it, abundance or what was it?
A plethora.
A plethora?
Plethora? Do you know what a plethora is?
Why is it?
I'm not a man of your superior intellect.
That's good. Right there.
Hey, how many times have you seen that movie, dude? That's awesome. man.
Dude, that's. I don't know. I like movies, man. As y'all know, but
That one
probably
right there,
top
that
10.
was
Yeah,
top
dude.
10, man.
That one, Blues Brothers, is one of my
Blues-
top
Yeah.
10.
See, believe it or not, I've only seen Blues Brothers like a handful of times.
Yeah.
So I can't retain a lot of the. I can't do any quotes off of it.
Yeah.
But I bet you if I watched it, I liked it. I
Mm-hmm.
just need to watch it some more. But
Well, what are your favorite all-time 5?
I'll just start with my number one movie is La Bamba for sure.
Oh, really?
Richie!
Got the freaking
You fucking
flying
bro.
guitar.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, let me see. What's that? That's
It's flying.
Oh, okay. There you go.
It's not reading.
Nice.
That's why I play music. I think because when I saw the movie as a kid, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that one day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Really?
Yeah.
These first two.
Yeah,
right?
that's a badass movie, man. I mean, because think of all the rock and roll movies that came out
Oh, there
before
we go.
that. Like the Buddy
No,
Holly
no,
story
the-
was
the-
pretty good,
the first
and Gary
immediate
Busey,
two.
and
Yeah.
but it wasn't as good as La Bamba, man. Los Lobos just fucking nailed it.
Oh, yeah.
They're killer
yeah.
musicians. Man.
Dude, I've never seen them live, man. They came.
Me neither. Oh, I've seen them
They
once.
came to San Antonio, I think, a couple years ago, and I don't remember where.
It's just
and I had
Some of those
yeah,
guys
yeah,
play
yeah.
with the Tex Maniacs, you know that?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
with the, is it Max?
Max?
Yeah, they play with them.
with those
They
dudes?
played with them the other day. As
See,
a matter
now
of
it's
fact.
freezing
Yeah,
up.
I did sound
about
for
a
them a
year
couple years
ago,
ago.
back when I was helping out like Eric Casillas with his family in Ajeno over at Rosario.
Yeah.
They had a one of the guys, well, the main dude, well, not the main dude, he's not the singer, but the guitar player.
The bigger guy.
Yeah, with the little goatee.
Oh yeah.
He was down the street,
Yeah.
man, at
Yeah.
Taco
I
Haven,
think that's what I'm gonna do.
playing with Max.
So that
Wow.
would be-
and so I was able to take a
They play
picture
with
with
them?
him.
I swear to you, dude, I'm not.
Yeah, they
I'm not lying. Like I still. I had that album on cassette, the soundtrack.
PC?
Right?
Puro cassette.
cassette.
Photo cassette. Yeah, I had the cassette, and then over the years, CD and everything. But I still go back to that record sometimes to listen to guitar tones. I know that sounds ridiculous because
No, dude, it's not.
the guitar tone on that, whatever that guy was playing through. I know that on like the La Bamba movie, and like the extra scenes they show you, or the behind the scenes, the making of the movie, it shows that guy playing. I don't know what pedal he had. He had like one stomp box, and he had it plugged into a Fender Twin in a big studio. Probably just turned the damn thing up loud. That tone's like 50s.
I think you definitely need
Like
a
50s
at least
tone
go get a
with-
massage,
I don't know,
dude,
man.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get those.
Man,
often.
Fender is just like that
I don't know,
classic
that'll use
sound,
It's
though,
that
man.
sound. It's he's
Like
playing a
that.
Strat.
Only
It's
Fender
only
gets
gonna
it,
get-
man. I mean, you got a Marshalls and you got all this other shit that's out there, man. And then, but Fender's always that.
Let me tell you,
just
we
can't-
did it when we
man.
did that album with Chacare.
Yeah.
The guy he took John's guitar, his Ibanez, and he put it to the side. He goes, here's a Fender with 10 strings.
He gave him a Strat.
A Strat.
course. Oh,
he
yeah,
goes,
dude.
I don't want to record with that. And
It
he
was Omar's Strat.
Oh really?
Omar's
Yeah.
Strat.
Okay, so with the heavy gauge
Strings, heavy.
and
Yeah, dude, you got, dude.
and then he on some of the songs, he mic'd up the Leslie. He ran the the amp to the Leslie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had a couple of songs solos. Oh my God, had the
Yeah.
Leslie.
Wow.
It sounded incredible.
Oh no, oh yeah, you gotta have it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right, dude. A Fender Strat.
Yeah.
I still play a Strat, but when I was playing with you years ago, I was playing Tellys a lot, and I had one. Remember, I had that one stolen.
Those are nice.
Oh, dude, you had your whole trailer.
I've had like 2 or 3 Telecasters stolen.
Oh my God.
Dude, yeah, I had the whole trailer broken into.
Oh no.
From here, right? It was here at the house.
What?
They took his
Dude,
whole
fucking-
trailer.
I got,
Oh no, they broke into the
dude,
trailer.
I had stupid me drinking.
All right, hold on one sec.
Okay.
You're very rude, dude.
You're cutting us off here, bro.
You know, man, we're in a moment. Over
Let me.
here.
If you're still standing by, folks, we had some technical difficulties, and we apologize. We deeply apologize. We will have this cleared up by next week, but it shouldn't be cutting out anymore.
Right.
This
That's
is
the
one of,
intention.
we talked about a lot of stuff though on the on the break, guys. We were talking about movies,
Yeah.
Yes.
and so
What's yours?
you want me to go on this?
Three Amigos, remember?
Oh yeah, we talked about Three Amigos.
I'm trying to be spontaneous,
What,
Eddie.
are we gonna do the top 5
Man, that
movies?
was,
Something maybe
We
top
can,
5.
we can do
Sorry,
that.
bro.
Well, y'all were kind of on that train naturally, and we can. I want y'all to say everything word for word exactly how you said it.
My little buttercup.
A plethora.
A plethora.
Yeah, we're talking about movies and like, because we were, during the break or during when we were cut off, we were talking about like movies that we really enjoy, and Nick was saying La Bamba.
La
It's
Bamba,
not
dude.
exactly what you said, Mark.
It's not exactly what you said earlier.
I'm trying to recap.
Recapping.
Yeah, and then I was saying,
yeah, La Bamba for sure.
We started talking about Nacho, but we think we were past that already.
We're past the Nacho thing. I don't know if I'd put that one in my top 5, but it is pretty damn funny, man.
Yeah.
Nacho Libre.
At
But,
least watch it, Porter.
But La Bamba is my number 1. I've seen some pretty amazing movies since I've seen La Bamba, of course.
Really?
But that's it's going to stay my number 1.
You even have a tat, right?
I have a tattoo. Yeah.
Wow.
Right here.
Let's see.
Look at that.
Oh, damn.
Richie!
Those bulging muscles in the tattoo. Bulging. Yeah, dude. That movie kind of changed my life as a kid because
Yeah?
my father always had a band, and I've always just liked music. And when that movie came out, I was like 7 years old, dude.
Yeah.
When that movie came out, and I was like,
7.
just was like, I'm gonna do that one day. May not be as good as that, but I'm gonna try. You know.
They're gonna make a movie out of me.
And it's a humorous movie too. Even though it's kind of obviously tragic and it's
Yeah.
From poverty.
good story.
It's a
Yeah.
great story.
The
dude.
story is really good.
It is.
And I think we were going off of like something like your guitar tones and some of the guitar tones that you're trying to.
Dude, yeah, dude. I go back. I go back to that record when Los Lobos played they played all the music for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So even the Summertime Blues and Lonely Teardrops, Jackie Wilson, and then
Right.
Good Night, My Love. They
Yeah.
did So they did everything for the movie, right? And with Santana.
Yeah?
Actually, Santana did the score for the movie. So like all the music you hear as the movie's going on, I think he teamed up with Los Lobos and did. Anyway, I'm a nerd with the movie. I know all the ins
Hey,
and
I have to
outs.
go back and look
man.
at the credits.
But the guitar tone, man, the guitar tone on that record is just—it's like you said, Mark. It's
Strat.
a Fender Strat. It's the '50s, man. It's kick ass.
I know.
Anyway, yeah, just totally.
Yeah.
Always go back to that when we're looking for that type of tone. Which
Yeah.
So
Just like you were saying, the preamps and stuff when talking about studio gear, everybody's trying to get back to that warm sound.
yeah, man, just real. I mean, like
Yeah.
sometimes it's as easy as plugging in a guitar in. Again,
Mom?
Mom. How do I turn this thing off? Give me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the ringer. You just turn the ringer
There you
off.
go.
Yeah, that's.
It's pretty. I know it's pretty difficult.
But sometimes it's as easy as plugging a guitar into an amplifier. I mean, when we're with recording at least. I know some live.
I
That's
don't know about
kinda-
you, but sometimes I like to plug it straight into the console.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
And maybe run it through like a Boss DS1.
Yeah.
It sounds great like that, dude.
Really? Is that
Yeah, you've never.
No.
The heck?
No, don't ever say that again.
Eddie's all.
He's like,
Eddie and I are like,
I like to run through my Alesis processor, my
Alesis.
my MIDI verb from my. I still got my MIDI verb.
Got a main verb too.
It's 8 bits. 8 bits. It's badass. 8-bit processing.
old school, baby, old
Oh
school.
man, I'll trigger that kick
Got all
drum.
that
It's
great
badass.
digital analog flavor.
The Simmons pads.
It's like at the end of the reverb.
It's like man, it sounds like Phil Collins. No, it doesn't, dude. Not even close, man.
All distorted.
Good luck. Good luck with that. But we have, honestly, we do. That's kind of most of the time what we do. We plug the guitar,
Direct.
into the console, and then we have Pro Tools, and we have these plugins. And
Yeah.
I used to be against it, man. I used to be like, no, man, I'm gonna go get my 812 cabinet, man, or whatever. I used to bring in amps, and we would try different things, where we'd put microphones in the room and this and that, and try this. And sometimes we still experiment and do that, if we're looking for a certain tone. But for the most part, the technology, man, is
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Well, you guys have it down. I'm serious.
Yeah. Except for when
Bandcave,
it-
everybody. Bandcave.
Except for when it goes down.
come to the Bandcave.
Come to the Bandcave. These guys are great over here.
We did
terrible
not pay
jokes and
Mark to
decent
plug
tones.
That, just for the record.
Yeah, for the record, we don't. We
man.
don't endorse. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. No, but it's true. Like I loved working with you guys with the Royal Dukes, man. Did you ever hear some of that stuff, Eddie? That Mark
Yes,
did?
it sounded great. Rudy, I heard the horn section. Rudy and David, heard some of those parts. Sounded really nice.
I think I need to go out of town more often and leave the studio just to you and Mondo and just
Yeah, bro.
and just come back and do some mixing.
Yeah.
Because I got back, dude. I mean,
That's right.
I was
You
with my
weren't here.
wife in D.C. and all this, and it was a company trip for her company, and I was real nervous, man. Because I wanted to be here and be a part of from day one.
Yeah.
But dude, it sounded great, man.
Hey,
Stuff sounded
yeah,
good.
man. Mondo, man. Yeah, he was like behind over there, and Jorge was jamming with all of us, and I think he was just like record and then stop,
Yeah.
And then you
record,
come over
stop,
and man Pro
record,
Tools.
stop,
Yeah.
and
was
didn't even
totally-
like make different sessions. He's just all one session.
Oh
Right?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
the easiest
cool.
way to.
I'm not techie like that, man. I mean, I'll play, but I'm not a recording engineer by any means.
But honestly though, Mark, because you do, I mean, I know you have a setup at your place and stuff too, and I mean, from what you've shown me, it sounds good, man. I think it's all just. It sucks sometimes with just doing. I mean, like I've sat there, we've sat, man, for hours on one song,
Yeah.
and when it's all done, you go. Really? I mean, it's like, why? But I guess once you do it over and over and over
Yeah.
and over and over and over and over,
It's a workflow.
Yeah.
that's all it is. Man.
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all. Worst gigs ever
Oh God, here we go.
for you. I know that y'all probably have some. Man.
I have a couple,
Yeah.
like bad.
I know. I
Oh.
know.
I have a funny one
these
about,
not the ones
funny.
that
I
I'm
want to hear
on.
some funny
about
ones.
Mark. We did a gig with Leslie Lugo at what was it, downtown at
Lily.
right at Swigs, not Swigs, yeah, Swigs, right downtown, and Mark was like plastered.
Oh,
He was
I
plastered.
didn't even know you drank, Mark.
not anymore.
Anyway, so
Anymore.
we're doing the Leslie.
No one's watching. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm sorry.
No, go.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
I want to
But-
hear this.
no,
I want
but
to hear this.
This is funny because it's
funny.
I mean, so we're playing at Swig and we're doing track. Leslie, we're doing track and we're playing.
Yeah.
And Mark's playing, and he's like, after how many tequila shots?
No, this is like at the end of the night.
Yeah,
I think.
towards the end of the night.
Yeah, and I couldn't.
So,
I
and
couldn't
we had
function
friends-
anymore.
Friends come, tequila shot, tequila shot. Tequila.
Yeah,
oh
man.
my God. And I had to be at church the next day. So anyway, I'm doing a church gig. So he's over there playing, right? And then they have like the little curtains that fold like that, with the little. And Mark's like sideways. He's looking at me.
I'm
we're
always
laughing.
against the wall. It's the way the stage is set up. The drums are in the back. It's a small little narrow area, and I stand up against the wall, and then Leslie's in the middle, and that's it. Drums, keys, and
kind of Leslie in the middle, kind of to the side too, kind of.
Yeah.
So Mark's playing, we're playing, and then Mark's like, you can see his head starts getting on the mic like this. And he's playing like this. It's holding him up. And we're playing, and he's like,
The mic is holding.
yeah, like that. The mic's holding him up. And Leslie's like, oh my God. She's like that. And she does the curtain, and she's...
No, what she starts the track to Don't Stop Believing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I'm like this, like...
With his head on the mic like that.
Singing
And
harmonies.
I'm not doing anything. And then, of course, there's Leslie. Mark. Well, that's from what I remember.
And I'm
or
laughing
from
my
what she
ass off,
told me
sorry.
about. Mark. Yeah. And then so I was like, I just like, what? And then so the curtain, she took the string off the curtain so it can open. And she kind of ran it around my keyboard so nobody could see me.
What? you were behind. You were literally behind the curtain.
Behind the curtain, like asleep.
Yeah.
Well, you
Standing
know what
up.
happens.
And I was laughing my ass off.
Curtain call.
But
You know?
see, you were just like, so the track was going anyway, so you were safe.
Yeah. It's okay.
Oh yeah, no. The track took care of everything, you know.
Hey,
He took care of everything.
Al, Isis took care of
Al.
Al, Isis, Paul Camp, PC. Oh no, that's no.
Oh, dude, I hadn't heard that
Critical
one.
set.
I've
Yeah, you
never
heard that one?
No.
Ask her.
Yeah.
Ask her, dude. It's hilarious, dude. We laugh about it now, but she was pissed
Yeah.
at the time, dude. She was angry. Mm-hmm. Yvonne, are you watching this? Hope not. Okay, so there was one time I did a gig, and it was some kind of outdoor festival thing, and it was there was a lot of crickets, and there was crickets everywhere, dude. So, like, jumping on the keyboard, just jumping on all the instruments and all over the ground, just like endless.
Is it those black ones?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So then, when we were done with the gig, you know, I felt bad, you know, like, oh my God, these little crickets, you know, I mean, I don't want to step on them. But on the way, I had it like crunch, 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 all the way to the bus.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding you, dude. Like, that was like, I had all these crickets that's one. Second gig, that's probably number two.
Don't tell me the second gig was a bunch of like kittens or something.
No. It was roosters.
Roosters. They were all cocky.
It was like cockfights.
For real?
Yeah, and it was like, and then so you know, so this is in Mexico, and so we're it's all set up for a band to play. Well, we didn't know what was going on before. We were just knew that the crew had to go set up, and then so I think I don't know, it was JD or somebody. And cousin says, "Hey man, there's like y'all gotta watch out where you're walking because there's blood everywhere." I'm like, blood?
From the crickets?
No, no, this is another gig.
Oh gosh. Okay.
This is a cockfight. These are.
Are you? Oh, you're being serious?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
What?
This is serious business, brother.
Okay, so okay.
Good.
So we go, and we're like, wow, it's like fresh blood, dude, like from the cockfights.
Yeah. That's
And we
good.
had to
Wow.
play on top of that.
Wow. That's y'all played on top of the blood from
Yeah,
the cockfights.
so-
Did you see an actual
several-
rooster get like his ass
hooks
handed to him and
No,
like how does that work? Like, I've never seen a cockfight.
no, I've never seen one
Is it
either.
like a Pet Cemetery thing? Like y'all like played a combination of notes on top of rooster blood, and now that's like lifted some curse upon.
It's like a scene from Van Damme. Like one of those movies, man, where they're in the beginning of the movie, it's all 80s, man, and they're all these
Van Damme.
betting.
So the crickets, how was that? Like, was that gross? Like after
It was
the
gross, dude.
like.
I did a gig
I was
too
just
with
walking. Just
with
like
with
crunch,
Raulito
crunch, crunch.
at in Houston, and they had a cockfight there, too, with Brandon and I. So it was crazy.
And it's a round ring, too.
Yeah, it's a round ring. They put hooks on them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude.
I didn't know that. I never saw the fights.
Wow, man. Wow.
So there you go, life of a musician, man.
So that's I've had so many bad gigs. I I can't think of the worst one. I just I need to think about that.
Yeah.
What are some of your best gigs?
Symphony.
Symphony.
Definitely the symphony. Yeah.
That's got to be up there.
Yeah.
I did a gig. I played with Emilio
straight.
in Mexico, 2008. I think you weren't with him at that time, and we did a huge gig in Ciudad Victoria. It was huge, man. It was a big crowd, you know, and it was weird because we were on stage and we couldn't get off because all the people, they had to open up with the cops. They had to with shields so we can run through to get off the stage. It was a cool
That's insane,
gig.
right?
So we ran off the stage, and then the next day we went and did a quinceanera in Lubbock. That's crazy, man. From that to that, you know.
I know. Oh yeah.
You?
Dude, man.
You? What?
I've had
You've done some crazy gigs, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had some pretty crazy ones with on tour. I think like
Neon?
yeah, with on tour with my brother for sure. But I mean, like I've had. We want to talk like crazy contrast. We played. There was a weekend that we played in Monterrey for Hello Fest, and in total, not like necessarily like right in front of us, but in total there was like 50,000 people in attendance of this like
Nice.
festival, because like Kendrick Lamar was gonna headline that night. We went on right around 6 when like
Perfect
it was
time.
starting to, the sun was starting to come down a little bit, and all I could see was just literally like
A sea of people.
a sea, yeah. And then that weekend, after that show, I came home, and the next day I played at noon in the marketplace.
Market
For
Square.
the market square for like 2 old ladies falling asleep.
I know, dude. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there.
At noon on a Sunday.
Yeah.
It was like really.
With who?
Do you know Raul?
Johnny?
Raul. He goes by Raul Gabriel. Shout out to Raul if you're watching. He plays in a metal band around town.
Okay.
He sometimes does solo gigs. And dude, he just called me, and I remember I had booked that gig. You know, I just hadn't remembered any of the details. So it's like when I got home that Saturday. And he, you know, I had the text reminder from him. Hey, remember tomorrow at the Market Square. We start at noon.
Hey.
I was like, all right,
That's
cool.
funny.
And, like I show up and there's like, there's just like 2
Yeah.
old ladies there. But I mean, that's the beauty of it. I think to me it was like I was driving home and I was like, wow, I just like literally experienced probably the most extreme ends of gigs that I could
Yeah.
possibly imagine. You know.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, we've
man.
all been there, right? Like
That's the beauty of it, though, man. The change. You know what I mean?
Well, you can appreciate, I think, there's a certain, well, here's the thing. I think, like, once you start hitting in the thousands, people in the thousands, they lose, it becomes a mass. It's like a one person. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It would be like performing for, you know what I mean? So you sort of lose that. So when you get to, like, festivals where it's, like, tens of thousands, then it doesn't hit you until after you're done. You know, it's like you
Yeah.
hit the stage and the adrenaline's kind of there, and then you do the show and it goes by really quickly, and then when you're done, you're like, holy
Wow.
shit, I just played in front of all these people. Like,
Yeah.
So, but then when you go to the Market Square, you know, and there's like,
Why am I doing this?
well,
rather
and
be in
there's like one person bobbing their head. You know what I mean? Like that's enough for me. You know?
Yeah, that's
yeah, of
cool.
course.
Where
I
it's
mean,
like,
Oh, yeah.
That's for the love of music, man.
but you know, at the same time, sometimes the question does like, wow, you know, it's like Market Square on a Sunday. Could probably
I've done
be-
gigs. I've done gigs like that, man, where it's just been a handful of people, but they were having such a good time.
Yeah.
You know, they're bringing us drinks or
what it's
putting money in
about.
the tip jar or whatever it is. you
Yeah,
know? And
man.
it's like, oh, you know what?
If they're having a good time, you're having a good
This
time.
is great.
You know what I mean?
You know, and
Yeah.
the night before we could have played a big old freaking dance hall or something, and it's just it's one extreme to the other, but
Yeah.
that's part of the job.
Yeah, man. Like I do
It's-
like little solo gigs, pretty frequent. You know what I mean? So I enjoy it. For me, it's changes things up a little bit. Me.
It's the times I think when we go when it feels like a job for me with music is it's not our fault, but the folks are there for whatever event it is, and they're just there to talk to each other. They don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I feel like, well, I should have just put on a damn iPod and just just act, like, but that's not the gig. They want some music playing, and you just kind of feel like wallpaper. We're here, But
last night
I've had a handful of those.
Last night I did a jam session at the Beer Depot with the West Side Horns.
Oh,
and that was fun. A lot of horn players come. It was fun with Claude Morgan and
Where's that place
brother
at?
Henry.
You said the Beer Depot?
That's off of 35 and Laredo, I think. Between Laredo and Alamo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The West Side Horns.
West Side Horns.
How was that, man?
That's like a tradition there.
Of course.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
With Al Gomez and Jack Barber.
Yeah.
The original guys that have been doing it since the 70s,
I did sound for them. I think. I know it was them, but they were playing with a band. I think Cats Don't Sleep or something like that. This was years ago.
That's
like
Garavai. Isn't that Randy Garavai?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Garavai's, man. We just lost Ernie Garavai about a week ago, and he was like an older brother to me and to us, and he was a big icon here in San Antonio. So shout out to the Garavai family and
man.
Michelle, and
I did not know
and
that.
he was an amazing musician.
Yeah. Did Randy? So when did Randy pass? Was that
Randy passed 10 years ago? Maybe
Was it about 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because this was, I'm trying to think, because this was a couple years after he had passed, and I guess I can't think of, is that who we're talking about? Talking about Ernie, right? His brother that
Ernie,
took over
and then Randy. But let me my son, he makes videos, and he's making a documentary on Los Blues, and that should be coming out sometime this year.
Really?
And that's about Randy Garavai and the sax player. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. It started off with all those guys. They went to Vegas. Frank Rodarte. Yes, he was the one that really started the whole thing. And they played in Vegas, and it's a big documentary that's going to come out pretty soon. So we're excited about that.
I want to look out for that, man.
Yeah, maybe they can come and talk about it. Edna and
Yeah,
That'd be great. I wonder where we can see
have
that
them
at,
here.
man. If they're gonna have it, like, I
they
guess
played with Elvis and stuff, and
Really?
yeah, the Elvis would go and jam out with him, and it's a big deal. Los Blues. So it'd be
Los Blues.
yeah.
Definitely I'm gonna remember that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 'cause that's cool, man.
That's
so you were
tradition.
jamming with those dudes last night.
I was jamming with Al and
Yeah.
they were part of that a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
They carry the name. They carry the tradition. That's cool, man.
That is really cool.
There's a lot of history here, man.
There
It's
is.
like, you kind of don't
forget.
realize it.
We forget about it until we start talking about it. Like how all this killer players in San Antonio.
Yeah, there's one guy. His name is Panchito. Panchito's the dad.
Mm-hmm.
He played with Ry Cooter, and he lives in the West Side. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I have the backstage pass when I was on Saturday Night Live." It's like back in the '70s when John Belushi was there.
How about the
Hell,
How about the father and son that play for Kimmel?
Oh yeah, and that's part of Los Blues. Those guys are the father was a sax player, and he lived Cleto, and he lived here in San Antonio, and he was part of Los Blues. They moved to Vegas. He stayed in Vegas, and Cleto, shout out to Cleto, this junior, he is the sax player for Jimmy Kimmel. They're best friends.
I did not know that.
They were neighbors.
They were roommates.
They were neighbors.
In college, right?
They were neighbors at they lived across the street from each other. When they were little, they used to play, and then ever since then they've been friends. So those guys were here for the documentary. And,
oh my gosh!
Yeah, so it's a big story about that. It's pretty
So
cool.
That's gonna be pretty impressive,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Big time, man. I didn't realize.
They were there with Sammy Davis Jr. and just the whole
Yeah, dude.
Just the real deal, man.
The Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack.
pack.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
And you know who got them started? Don Rickles.
Really?
Yeah.
do you
I better
know so
not.
how that
I
happened.
better not say anything because they're working on the documentary. I better stop.
Dude, John
know, right?
Hernandez is watching. Party people, come on.
Party people, come on. Hey, I still have your stand. Sorry, Johnny.
Somebody
He
has his
understands.
tennies. He got Stan. He got.
He's coming up soon. He's gonna be on the podcast soon as well. He's
All right.
he's another one that.
Do you remember when he auditioned for us for a
He was
Chacare?
16, 17.
He was,
Yeah.
How old were you, Johnny?
he
Chime in.
15,
Chime in,
I
brother.
think. He auditioned for us, and he was shredded. And Mark comes, what do you think? What do you think? Oh, man, motherfucker's badass, dude. Let's get him. Well, let him wait for a little bit. We'll talk.
Let him wait for a little.
Right.
We made you wait, Johnny.
Let him wait.
We made your ass wait.
I don't want his head getting too big.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll call you later, Johnny.
He's 16.
Man, we're all excited.
16?
16. Oh,
16,
wow.
man.
I saw him one time, like he was, before the Chacare thing. And so I think John's dad said, yeah, come check out my son play. So my dad and I went, and we were there checking, the band out that Johnny was playing with. Who was that chick, Johnny? Something Martinez.
That's Johnny O's niece, right?
No, I don't think it was her. I think it was somebody else. Anyways, so
Brenda Martinez.
I don't know. No, I don't think it was Martinez.
Bruno Martinez is.
Bruno
all these
Martinez.
damn Martinez.
No, that wasn't. That's not her. No.
And so I thought John was amazing, like for such a young kid.
He is amazing.
Crystal.
Crystal.
Oh yeah.
And then I go see and go, hey, hey John, what's up, man? You sound great, man. Nice to meet you. And he's like,
Yeah. All
You were quiet.
badass.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like me too when I first met him
Yeah.
too. Like, hey man, what's up, man?
Yeah.
fuck you then. Man. I love you, Johnny.
I'm gonna keep the stand.
Keep your stand.
But keep your stand.
And after that, dude, man, as soon as he came into Chacare,
He's a
man,
little brother, man. He's my
man,
little
and
brother.
then
I love him, man.
And then X Factor, I mean, he did we did a lot of years together, man.
Oh yeah.
And Saturday too, we were just playing
Yeah, we're
Saturday.
just playing Saturday. I was in high school and I don't know. I guess John's like a year or two older than me, but he played in a talent show. Mm-hmm. And that young of, I guess he was 16 or 17.
Vai.
He was already playing Eric Johnson, man. Note for note. And I'm going, well, that's gonna be tough to follow those shoes.
Gotta step it up a little bit.
I need to step it up just a hair.
So y'all went to the same high school?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Taft or Marshall?
Special ed?
Taft. Yeah, special ed. Yes.
Special
we didn't
ed
want you to
talent
tell us. We didn't give away our.
Taft had special ed over there?
We're way past that
No,
now.
but John didn't go to Taft.
Yeah, he did.
I think.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
I honestly.
But John grew up
Yeah.
over there on the other side.
No, he went to Taft. right?
Honestly,
I don't know.
he was. We didn't have the same classes or whatever because he was like a year or two older than me. But he was playing in a band that this girl that was in my class, her older brother had a band, like a rock band, and John played with them. So he might not have. John, are you going to chime in? Did you go to? I think you went to Taft, right? Is he still watching?
Yeah. He's still here. He said that he thought Eddie was stoned when he first met him because your eyes were all red.
Freaking allergies were killing me, man.
It's my allergy. I swear it wasn't what you
Dude,
thought it
my
was.
allergies were killing me. They still kill me.
We all say that,
Right.
He said he went. He
Lanier.
went to Taft, Holmes for night school, South San Antonio for summer school.
Man, dude, damn.
So you went 4 years straight.
A lot of people
No
go to
break.
He's the first dude to get a degree from high school.
degree. Yeah.
Now, that's a party people come on schedule right there.
Part of
You know.
people come on.
Some of the classes he was lagging in. Some of the classes he was practicing guitar.
Yeah.
Well, he was playing with us at Rufino's, man.
Dude, he was charged.
Tuesday nights.
Yeah, he was like 17 jamming on us like at bars.
It was our fault.
That's
And
cool.
then he would, I mean, dude, he was writing fluently and everything.
Yeah.
He plays
Hey man, this podcast is about us. It's not about John,
know,
dude.
right?
I'm
I'll
just
say
playing Johnny.
he plays piano too. Have you heard him play piano?
Yeah, he plays keys.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
jealous.
He was in
That's
here-
next week, right? That's next
He
week.
was in here the other day playing
Mark's
some
been
keys.
giving him lessons, right?
Yeah, man, I've been giving him lessons for years. You're welcome, Johnny.
Be giving him- Hey, can you give me lessons?
Yeah, I'll give you
I
lessons.
really want to learn. Learn how to play the keys. I want to learn the keys. There
Liberace.
might be some. There might be a. They could do some Elton John or something.
There you go.
Like,
It could be
do some-
Liberace.
Yeah.
Lambiachi.
Liberace. That's exactly what I want to do. Some Yanni.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. Some John Tesh. Can you teach me some John Tesh?
Yanni
Johnny.
John Tesh.
Johnny.
Hernandez.
John Tesh, dude.
Dude, yeah.
You're gonna go there? That's
Well,
crazy.
it's
Yeah.
weird. I was kind of kind of a fan when I was a
quit.
kid. He was on Entertainment Tonight, you know.
Yeah, he's on Entertainment
He's
Tonight.
like, you know, John Tesh here, Entertainment Tonight. You know, and
Yeah.
then next thing you know, he can play. He kind of gave up the whole, you know,
Yeah, dude.
Entertainment Tonight thing
To go pursue
road.
music.
music.
Yeah, dude, that's cool.
Very nice.
Good for him.
And you, Jorge?
What about me?
Are you a John Tesh fan?
I don't know who that is.
No, we're not.
Nice.
He's a John fan.
I'm a John.
H.
Same
Hernandez.
John that we're talking about.
No.
No.
John Belushi.
John H.
John Hernandez.
John Tesh.
Holmes High School.
Yanni.
John Holmes. High School.
Yanni.
Yeah, but seriously, I'd like to. I've never taken a piano lesson in my life. I've always liked piano.
Oh, dude.
I mean, I'm kind of. It's one of those things that I look at a piano and I'm like,
Well, I mean,
damn,
you play guitar already?
I play guitar, but it's not the same for me in my
No, it's
mind.
not. Yeah.
It's
like me. It's like me when I'm trying to play chords. It's a whole different.
Dude, remember we
whole
had that?
different-
There was a gig that I did with Mark one day, where it was like I would sometimes do these like acoustic duos, and like I invited Mark to come and help me play keys and bass because I was a guitar, and I would switch back and forth on bass.
Oh, look
And
behind you,
like-
Jorge. Behind you.
Oh.
Behind
there
you.
he
John
is, man.
Tesh?
John
That's John
Tesh.
Tesh.
Oh yeah, it's quite the.
Dude, I
record.
will take lessons from you and I'll pay you. You know, but you got to teach me some John Tesh, man.
All into it, right?
Stupid. We're gonna just let it go. Okay. Keep going, Jorge. I'm sorry.
Well, oh no. Well, yeah.
Yeah, so we did a gig.
We were doing a gig and Mark got on my bass and I'm sure through his mind how hard could this be, and like we're playing, dude, and then like just like couple songs in he's like, hold on a second. And he like moves his hand to the keys and he's like,
'Cause I was cramping.
my left hand, it's cramping up, I can't move it.
Really?
Yeah, it was
yeah,
like
dude.
this. Like it's like these fingers right here just started going down like this. And I was like, and I'm like this. I'm still just like closing down like that. I was like, so I was just like breaking the grip, and then I had to go to the keyboard and just start playing touch bass.
Oh, you're not. Yeah, because you're not used to it. You know, that's.
But I
all.
love playing bass. I mean, now I stretch.
Hey, but Mark plays bass.
I like playing bass.
I didn't know you
Now
played
he does.
bass, man.
A
He's
little
good.
bit. I'm not like
Pocket.
that, dude. By any
Pocket.
Well,
means.
no one's like that guy.
Yeah, nobody's like that.
But
Sometimes,
I can lay in the pocket.
just
Yeah.
comes in.
That's all you need.
You know.
Pockets, nice deep pocket. It's fun.
Just meat and
I love
potatoes,
it,
baby.
dude.
Just meat and potatoes.
That's
Meat and
right.
potatoes.
Meat and potatoes.
I love it, man.
I don't do anything fancy unless I really have to.
I upgraded to a 5-string now, so I can play the low B.
Really?
Yeah. And
Low B.
The low
A little,
Bam.
little bit.
Yeah.
It's an important one. A lot of people. That's a question I'll get every now and then about
The 5-string.
how important is that low B. I personally like it a lot because
I know this.
Well, dude, E flat. Songs in E flat. The lowest possible note that you could do is your 6th fret on your A string.
yeah.
You know what I mean? For 4 strings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes, that's right.
So
So
D you could get away with a little bit, I guess, but just having low E flat and low D, and even the low C is good. But
badass.
What's that little thing that Pete Pettis had? He would switch it and it would.
that's a
drop
that's
D
a
or
hip shot.
Hip shot.
Down tune. It's like a tuner. It puts you into like drop D.
Okay.
Right away.
I've seen
without
seen
having
guitar
to, like-
players do that, but never bass.
Well,
I mean, I guess from the world I'm in, I see it on. Are y'all talking about guitar? Or are y'all talking about bass that has that?
well, both. Like
Okay.
you can put them on both. It's just a little like switch that you can flip on your neck so that your your E instantly moves down to a D.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've seen those on especially like a lot of Telecasters because of that honky tonkin'
bender.
kind of sound. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyhow, but I've seen it, but I never saw it on the bass.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool, dude.
Pete's
Yeah.
always had it. Well, it's useful when it's useful when you have a 4-string with that. You know what I mean? But like, I'll try and make an effort if unless the song is specifically written in drop D. You know what I mean? I'll usually try and make an effort to just sort of not have to downtune or anything. But
But that's a D going down like to a low B. I mean, that's a huge difference there.
That's what screws me up a little bit when I've because I play bass, but I've always just played a 4-string bass because that's just always what I've had. But so when I grab your bass, sometimes I love the tone of it, but it just screws me up, man, that low. It's just like, because I guess for years I would use that low string kind of like as a rest, or that's like point of reference of where I'm at. And I think just retraining my brain, that's what's hard for me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, you got this badass low-ass string now.
I mean,
you need to
that,
use it.
That would be kind of weird too, man. Like having a drop D, and then
That would freak me out.
yeah, that would freak me out too.
You're talking about dropping it a whole step on the B string, on the low B?
No,
Just on the E.
Oh yeah. So if you have a 4-string so me, yeah, like if I were to take, for example, like a Tool song, right?
Of course, yeah.
Most of their stuff is in drop D, so it would be a lot easier for me to just learn it in drop D. But I know in my head, I've played that 5-string for so long that I know what's happening, and so it doesn't bother me to have that drop D because I probably won't use that low B for that.
Yeah,
that makes
exactly.
sense.
Okay, yeah.
But if it's like a song like I don't know, like there's a Velvet Revolver song. What's that?
Slither?
Slither.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you can.
Yeah, that's cool.
You can play that not in drop D with a 5-string. You need to move around a little more, but say for example, if I'm playing in a band and we're doing all these songs and then that one comes up and I know that the next songs are not gonna be in drop D, then I won't take the time to tune it. I'll just learn it and I'll just play it the way that it is.
Yeah.
Just to not interrupt my flow, and you know what I mean. But
yeah.
But if I'm playing 2 or 3 Tool songs in a row and they're all in drop D, then yeah, of course it's going to be a lot easier to.
It wouldn't be tough for me on a 4-string because I'm used to playing guitar. And we do quite a few tunes a night where we do drop D and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 5-string I would just put it down.
Yeah.
I'll just sit it down. No thanks. Someone else is gonna have to play. I'm just not into this right now.
Angelique's asking us if we play notes. Oh, dude, and Jorge Infante's
Sometimes
watching.
more than we need to.
What's up,
Angelique.
Jorge?
And Tony Palmetti.
Oh wow, Tony.
Hello, friends. I'm meeting people with this thing. Man.
Yeah, it's cool, right? Really, I
Yeesh.
think this is like my first podcast. I've never been.
You've never done anything
not
like
like-
this?
I always do this every week.
Next week I'm heading over. I'm doing the Joe Rogan. They're calling me to go do
Couple
that.
hours. 4 hours.
Dude, yeah. So yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Who's the guy that was on Joe Rogan for?
For 4 hours.
It was 5 hours. I heard.
It was like almost 5. Yeah, it was Alex Jones.
Alex
Yeah.
Jones. Jeez, dude.
What did they talk about?
Oh man. Well,
Dude,
we're
you gotta
gonna watch
listen to
that later.
They,
Yeah.
they
Bean
get
and
into
cheese.
some deep.
Some
yeah.
stuff that'll make you think of our existence. Like, should we even be here?
Was that DMT?
DMT Spirit Elves.
The aliens.
This podcast is not so weird. We don't really, of course, not yet, not yet.
Yeah,
But,
we haven't had the right people.
Instead,
on.
we talk about yeah.
You will.
Instead, we talk about just movies and
Music,
music,
Pop culture.
and
bases,
pop culture.
bass.
So it's
Pop
such
culture.
a term. This is so. What pop culture piece of information, Nick, would you have next?
And I don't know, man. I don't know.
Entertainment Tonight, man.
Popular. Well, yeah. Well, so Bohemian Rhapsody, man. That movie
That's pop
was
culture.
yeah. Everyone's been talking
Yeah.
about that movie. It's an old
say that.
band, of course, but the movie. I haven't seen a movie that fantastic in years, man. And
You
I
need
was
to
not a
watch The
huge
Green
Queen
Book.
fan.
You have to watch the Green
I
Book.
know,
That's a
Green
good
Book.
movie.
Okay,
That's a good
I haven't
movie.
seen Green Book yet.
It
So
won
I
an
don't-
Oscar. It won the movie of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
One
need to
best
see that.
picture.
Yes.
Yep.
Why not?
Picture. You said picture?
Be sure.
Picture?
Hey, it's one of the best picture.
It's the one with the best picture.
It's el green room.
Like, sounds like someone on Nacho Libre.
It's a sweater.
Alohidios. That's funny, man. Yeah, Three Amigos. That was the funny one
Dude,
earlier. But y'all, we
you
got
got
cut
it
off
down.
earlier. For people watching, we got cut off earlier.
He has it down, man.
The Three Amigos. I was
It's
on
a
a roll
plethora.
earlier.
What is it?
I don't know if I could get back
Your
into the zone.
intellect. What is it?
He's like, hey, man. Do you know what a plethora is? Well, I'm not a guy with your superior intellect. yeah. That's the
funny.
best you're gonna get out of me. We gotta get on. Just gotta get on a roll again.
Dude, you got it down.
I know a lot of like parts of that movie, though.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty funny, man.
Yeah, man.
Three Amigos. Okay, that's probably I don't
Tommy
know.
Boy. You've
Tommy
quoted
Boy.
Tommy Boy.
Tommy
quite a
Boy.
lot.
Tommy
That's a good
Boy.
one. That's one
Oh,
of the-
dude.
Chris Farley.
that's
What's a
one that
funny
Nick
scene from
quotes
that?
a
Oh
lot.
God, I love that movie, man. When the what's the
You think about Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy? I'm trying to
Boy.
think of one of the funniest parts of the movie.
When
there's
he's
so
in the little
many.
sailboat that's stuck in the middle
Oh
of
God! That's the
Hey,
Yeah.
Gilligan,
He's like,
did you eat the skipper?
he's like, hey Tubbo, you ain't moving. Yeah, need a little wind here. No, you need to drop a couple 100 pounds, Flip. That must be your theory. And then he looks at it. He looks at the girl and he goes, "Rascals."
Dude, you got it down.
That's the best, man.
Did you have it down?
Yeah, I love that movie, man. Yeah,
Talking about
that's,
getting-
that's probably top.
Talking
10.
about getting all the air and shoving it up his ass or whatever. Remember that scene?
I forget which one that was, man. Oh, I like the part where he sees the hot chick by the pool, right? And they're on the road, and he's like, "I'm gonna go out and get a pizza, Richard." And he leaves, and he goes and he sees that hot chick, and he's like, "You know where the weight room is? I'll check it out." Freaking Jesus, stupid.
Sucking the gut in.
Bad guy and
Like me right now.
Cold.
Oh God, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different kind of humor. I think we had good upbringing with that kind of humor. I think.
90s.
Well, and it's
Good
like
stuff, man.
it kind of goes into it a little bit to like where I have a good time with all of y'all. I mean, I think a part of the reason why we like playing together so much is just also because we have a really good time. Just kind of we all share kind of the same sense of humor.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's the I think it's the Latin blood.
I think so, man.
Maybe it is.
Nick
Yeah,
Laurencio.
yeah, man. My last name's Hernandez, but yeah, my dad never taught me how to
Hernandez?
speak Spanish. Hernandez.
There you go.
Nicolas Lorenzo Hernandez in the flesh.
In the flesh.
In the flesh. No, I don't. Y'all have to teach me how to speak Spanish, man. Or actually,
Remember that's the next
I don't
one.
that's the next podcast. Okay, we're gonna.
Laurencio aprende
I have
el
to say
español.
like a full sentence or something. Or,
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Mark, you want to teach him some stuff in Spanish right now?
Chingao.
my.
Puto.
Of course, all the cuss
Chinga tu
words.
madre.
Puta madre.
That's
That's
all I need to
4.
know. That's all I need to know right there.
Write these down because you have to study these for next week.
No, I'm yeah. Right.
Te lo hocico.
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna play this podcast back later, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna write those words
That's
down.
another.
Nick's taking notes.
Taking notes. Chingao. Puto.
Ish.
What's a puto, Mom? What's a puto? What is that? What is that? Did I watch? I listen to 99.5 Kiss sometimes in the mornings, and sometimes it reminds me of the old days when they would do the Yolanda skits. Do y'all remember?
Oh,
do y'all remember
Yolanda?
any of that
Yolanda?
shit? The Yolanda skits.
Yeah.
Those
And,
are great.
hilarious.
The white guy.
Shoulder.
So the white guy would call in. The white guy would
Oh,
call
yeah.
in and he'd go, "Hello, Yolanda. This is Whitey." He's like, "What do you want?" He's like,
Screaming.
and he's like, "My yard man in the gated community in which we live keeps referring to his cuñao." "What's a cuñao?" "My wife's afraid it's a body part." And Yolanda goes, "It's a creature, Whitey." Stupid, man. Like that's totally San Antonio. Like the rest of the world would hear this shit and go, "This is stupid."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was funny ass
Dude.
stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
You never heard that? Oh, dude,
talking about.
Yeah. Yolanda.
This is the bad part. It's off the air now. And years ago, the old. I'm talking years ago when Napster was a thing where you could
wow.
download anything you wanted
Dial
or whatever.
up and-
I had a buddy of mine who loved that skit, and back then they would put them on Napster, right?
Oh, wow.
And he gave me like 2 or 3 full CDs of every skit they had every single Thursday of I guess it was Thursdays, I don't remember, of all the Yolanda stuff. And some of them were just terrible, but I used to memorize these things, man. And now they're gone. Someone stole my CDs, and you can't find those. I don't
You
think
can't
you can.
like on YouTube or anything.
I think I tried one time to type it into YouTube. We need to check that out, man. You need to listen to some of those. It's hilarious, man.
Are they like the Adam Sandler ones?
No, like Lyle and Han were on 99.5 Kiss in San Antonio for years. They were like
Yeah.
voices in the morning,
Yeah.
and they would do this skit, man. And
Several skits.
Several skits, but this was one of them. They were.
Gotcha.
And this character was
Yolanda.
her name was Yolanda, and she would just scream at everyone that would call in, man.
She's kind of like that.
What?
She's kind of like when George Lopez had his show, not the sitcom, but his night show. You know, George Lopez had
Oh,
his
like the talk show or the
yeah. And then he had that one Pachuca that she would draw her eyebrows with a Sharpie. She did it to Sandra Bullock. Because she was an executive producer on there.
Really?
And she came, and man, she got that Sharpie out, and Sandra Bullock was like, damn. It's like that.
Antonio.
It's like that.
San Antonio.
Pachuca. But, yeah, so back to music.
Nah.
Man, we should have probably planned. We should have probably played something, man.
Yeah, I think we got enough people.
We have a band right here. Bass player, guitar player, keyboard player.
Yeah,
I play drums a little
we got
bit.
a theremin player back here.
a theremin player.
There you go.
I can call up Al Isis and get the drums going. You know,
There you go.
Al Isis. Mr. Isis. Man, that would have been nice. Jamming out.
We'll do it for next time.
Yeah,
We're
we will,
definitely
dude.
gonna do it.
This
We're
was,
definitely gonna do it again. We're just getting this thing off the ground.
It's awesome, dude. I love
Folks
it.
out there watching, this podcast is brand new. We're gonna be doing a million different things in here.
Yeah.
I mean, like, definitely. That was the whole reason behind even starting a lot of this stuff. We want to get to know everybody and we want to have fun and just converse. But eventually we'd like to do some more performances, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, dude.
Kind of like
start
Daryl
mixing
Hall.
up, you know.
Yeah, exactly. What is that called? Live at Daryl's house? The one that's is that still?
I don't know, but that's amazing.
Wasn't that cool? I saw a couple of them. I saw one of them that had the guy from Train, the lead singer from Train.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
And he did some
That was a
old
good
Hall
one.
& Oates tunes, and he did well, man.
Hey, you know they the guy from Austin, the guitar player, what's his name? Montgomery.
Money?
Oh,
Monty.
Montgomery. Oh,
He came out on that.
Huge Montgomery fan.
He came out on that show.
Did he really?
Yes.
Yeah, he
No,
did.
dude, that's awesome.
He was like the first one, right? The pilot or something?
was
Or,
one of
or
those.
like one of the first around there.
I
something?
did not
Sarah
know that.
Smile, because that's like his. That's
Oh,
like his,
yeah, that's Monty. Yeah,
deal.
Monty does that tune really well.
So he was playing it right, and then and he started singing it. Daryl started singing it, and then they stop and Daryl says, "No, man, you sing it." And he was all nervous, man. He was all nervous, and he sang it,
Dude, that's awesome, man. I need to go back and what was that on? Was that on like a?
It's on YouTube.
Was
I
it
think.
like? But yeah, but
I don't know if it was like on VH1 or something. No,
yeah,
no, it
was it
wasn't.
Palladia or what
I
was
think
it?
it was
What were the-
Palladia.
It might have been
that's
that.
what it was.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't see a lot of them because I don't think we
Oh,
had that then, and I
yeah.
was just watching it at my
Dude,
buddy's house.
You know what would be sick? Do you all remember on BET Jazz?
Excuse me.
Studio Jams.
no,
I think so. Yeah.
I don't.
That was a show. That'd be something. I think that'd be cool to try something like that here. It's basically like they would get a bunch of studio guys. Like at one point, like Rodney Holmes, drummer, was on with John Richard and Chris Steele, or however you pronounce his last name, from Nickel Creek. They would get all these
dude.
random dudes that
Whoa.
were all like killer guys, and they
Picker
would
from
put
hell.
them all in
Yeah.
a studio together, and then they'd tell them to write a song, and they would
Oh,
document
wow.
the process, and then at the end of the whole deal, like, they would perform the song,
Nice.
So
I-
I think something like that would be cool.
I definitely I've mentioned that before, where I think it'd be cool to have the cameras following us from the time the first person steps in on a project. Let's say y'all came in here to cut a tune, and even the prep the day before. Let's say we were just sitting here drinking a beer, hanging out. Jorge and I are talking about how we're gonna produce this for y'all, or what we're gonna do for y'all. A little pre-production meeting. Even that, I think having that on video is great because I have a lot of people ask me that, like
They want to see that.
like
Yeah.
you have a recording studio, like, so how does that work? People don't even really know fully. I mean, you see stuff in movies,
Right.
and you see like, oh yeah, it's not as easy as a lot of people probably would think. It's to do a recording the right way and to really get the most out of your time and everything. I think it's crucial to have before you hit the red button. Before you hit the red button, to have a
Yes.
meeting, and just kind of to relax and I think that'd be cool to show people how we do that. We have our own little methods of
Yeah.
of what how to mic things and everything, right? Like,
Yeah, it's a bit of a learning process that we've tried to polish, and as always, trying to get our own sound, here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is part of the reason why we started this was definitely to like try and bring the circle a little closer and try and get people to like start working with each other a little more.
That, and then also like just like for another like like our younger viewers that are like starting to branch out and want to see if they they're playing music and it's a passion. You know what I mean? Like how we're talking about Job earlier, and I don't mean to go off.
No. But
like
going, yeah.
how we're talking about Job earlier and like how music is a job. I really feel like you really need to love what you do, because it's gonna be a job.
Yes,
it's gonna be your job. So you might as well love what you do. You know what I mean?
What I've noticed is to make this a job and actually make a living, and you got a mortgage and you got kids, right? And you a car, and you don't want to have kind of nice things too, and it's not only going and just gigging, whether it's teaching, all the stuff that you do, staying involved with all the aspects of music. If you want to make this a career, that's one thing that and that's going to be another podcast, because we've already brainstormed this. But just in a nutshell, if you want to make this a career, you have to kind of dive into every area of music, whether it be producing, engineering, teaching, gigging, writing. And the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
Anything. I mean, just you have to really dive in head first and just know that you have to stay positive, right? Because a lot of times, especially if those out there watching just getting started in music, do not get discouraged.
Yeah.
If you don't get that big paying gig or something, it will come with the perseverance.
Then you'll get the big gig, then you'll go back down.
Yeah, that was we said that earlier. Yeah, you play in front of 2,000 people, and the next day it'll be 20 people.
You're humbled quick.
Yeah.
You're humbled very quick.
Market Square.
Market Square, man.
Two ladies falling asleep.
Brother.
I finally made it.
I want to tell you guys, for doing this last minute like this and coming and hanging, with me and Jorge and Mike. First off, I want to say thanks, and secondly, on the next one we'll definitely record and do some music, man, and make it a thing.
You caught us at the right time too.
Yeah, because y'all are riding right now,
Yeah,
and me and Jorge appreciate y'all doing this, and so we'll definitely make it a point to set up some more cameras and plug in all the mics, and maybe you can sing us some Lady Gaga or something.
Is there anything in particular that y'all want to like plug or talk about, or anything that like you haven't touched up on, or any important dates or anything?
I definitely tell people about the website for your X Factor.
Yeah,
and all
we
the other
have.
stuff.
I have. I just finished. I've been working on the website a little bit more, so it's xfactorband210.com, and then we have, and of course I consult with the Royal Dukes, so I do the two bands, and so that's royaldukesband.com, and so anytime you're having an event, private party or anything, call us up, man. We got we start going back to the musicians. You know what I mean?
Do you have a gig like once a week or something, like even like on an off night for me and this guy to go see you, or for me to go see you? Like, you have a standing gig somewhere, like a Tuesday? Not on Tuesday.
That's another topic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because clubs it's just not the same anymore. You know what I mean? So
I know
they want a lot, for what they pay, and so
it's hard.
I never really. I mean, I'm not really booking too many clubs. Although Pix Bar has been pretty good to us. We get to have our showcases out there once a month. So definitely you can check out our showcase once a month, and we're always posting that on Facebook.
So once a month you do a showcase.
So the
at
next
Pix.
one is Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Okay.
It's just an hour, 8 to 9. It's for clients to come out and check out the band and see if they want us for their event. So that's kind of cool. So we can't really do a weekend kind of gig or whatever. I know that we try to talk about during the week stuff, but definitely this is a once a month type thing. That's for sure. Every month you can come check out the band. from 8 to 9. And of course, Pix puts it on their calendar as well. And then we Facebook it.
Okay, cool.
I have a cool gig coming up at the Lowry Auditorium with West Side Horns. KRTU is gonna record it live,
Oh,
and that's
awesome,
gonna be a
dude.
really nice show with my brother Henry, and Al and Jack.
When is that?
I think it's March the 24th, but I'll have it on my website.
So it's
The West Side Horns.
Eduardo. So your website is
EdwardoRivas.com.
EdwardoRivas.com.
Edward with an O.
Rivas.com.
Rivas.com. Yeah.
Okay.
And then also, my son, shout out to my son. He's going to have a lot of productions coming out pretty soon. So he's going to start.
Let's set up a podcast with you and him coming in here.
That's cool.
That'd
be
talking
great.
About, his, because I know he's.
He's going to start college pretty soon. He got a scholarship to Our Lady of the Lake. So we're excited about that.
Oh,
And,
nice.
Oh, good for
Yeah.
him.
He's
He's,
doing great, man. That little kid.
Yeah, I'm excited
That's amazing.
about what he's going to do. And so, yeah.
And he's
we'll
doing, and
hook him up.
he's the one doing all the documentary of,
Yeah.
for whatever the heck we were talking about earlier.
Those
It slipped my
Blues.
mind. Yeah, those
Yeah.
blues. That's right. Dude, I've got to see that, man.
Yeah.
I have got to see
And
that.
then I'm also going to, hopefully the album's coming out this year. So
That's pretty cool. That's exciting.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
No, and let us know for that, man. Let us know about that one too, so we can set that up. In fact, I think by that time, hopefully, we'll have this performance aspect thing happening, and we can
Oh,
get you all to
definitely,
perform live.
definitely. Definitely. In fact, we're gonna set that up pretty soon, so we'll be in contact with you
Dude, man,
guys.
yeah, man, you guys are doing great over here. This is amazing.
awesome.
Dude.
I love
I
it.
love
Thank
it,
you.
dude.
Look at
Dude,
those
cool
lights.
spot.
Thank
Cool
you.
lights, man.
Got my I got my rope lighting at the bottom. After y'all leave, I get the wife in here. After the baby goes to sleep, and
Nah.
we watch some Family
see.
Guy.
Oh, wow.
Here's a baby monitor right here.
Yeah, the baby monitor's right there. See?
So that way he,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can, like,
Yeah, man.
come in, mijo. Come in.
Come in, Nico.
Niner.
Yeah, Niner.
4.
Hey, but I have to say one thing. Since we're talking about our kids, I'm very proud of all my kids. But my son, Mark Anthony, is with Reagan High School, and they're going to march the Macy's Day Parade.
Really?
That is
Oh, dude.
So
wow.
maybe that might be a segment that we might be able to do for, like, kids and, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And, like,
band.
yeah, maybe after.
He's awesome. He plays vibes, right?
Yeah, he plays vibes with
Man.
4 mallets.
Wow.
Four
took-
mallets.
I took him to go see Alfred. Flores.
Okay. Oh, man.
Hot
He's
sauce.
one of the best.
Wow.
Yeah. Our
Well,
first
that's-
guitar player before Johnny.
Yeah.
We were going back from Chocolate days.
He plays marimba.
He plays marimba too, and so he has his own project.
Hot
and
sauce. Hot sauce.
Alfred Flores.
So your boy's gonna be in the.
Yeah, dude, Macy's.
Wow.
That's
Thanks.
a big one, right? That's in New York.
That's a Thanksgiving Day.
The Thanksgiving Day Parade, the big one.
Yeah, the big
that's
one.
That's a once in
the
a
real
lifetime
deal there.
opportunity right there.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, dude.
Real
So,
deal.
Yeah, he's doing that, so we can be over there all cold.
You go, son.
Damn,
You go,
Ma-
son.
It was fun, Dad, but it
Mexicans
froze my
don't like
ass
cold.
off.
I mean, I'm
couldn't
cool with
move my
like
hands,
40
but it was
degrees and
alright.
30 degrees over there. They're 15, 16.
Today's not bad. It's only 10. It's like, oh shit. Freaking South Texas, we'll go over there and freaking freeze our ass off, man. You know.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
I've never been to New York.
No?
Wow.
Maybe
You should go.
we'll go during Thanksgiving and
definitely
go
go.
see your
Yeah.
boy, man.
Hey, podcast on location.
Ashley was asking me last time, hey, where do you want to go on the next vacation? So New York. I've never been to New York, man. Can you believe that?
Dude, I go once a year, man. I love
Really?
It. Yes.
We're chingon.
Bro, it's because you don't want to go with me. Man.
I've never even been invited. What are you talking about?
I invited you last time. Dude.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you know what? I saw.
You
I
invited
saw.
David Villanueva.
Right. I'm jealous. I love you, David. Hey, but you know,
hate you,
I ran into Jorge in L.A. at the NAM.
At NAM?
And he told me about this whole
Really?
podcast.
So you were at
yeah.
NAM too?
I went to the NAM. It was
So
really nice.
so Jorge, Eddie, tell me how NAM was. Like I've never been. I've always wanted to
it's
go.
like Disneyland for musicians. That's my first
But
time.
is it kind of depressing?
It's my first time.
It all like you see so much gear and like, oh man, I really want
Yeah.
that. But
It's depressing to see how much how much cool shit everyone comes out with, and how much cool shit you just straight up can't afford.
Yeah.
well, that's probably why. That's kind of why.
But it's awesome
kinda
because you
rough to
also
go.
get to try it all out, and like
You get to see all the new stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Do they have concerts at NAM? I mean, obviously,
They
I mean,
have
so
shows
at the end
outside.
of so it's outside like like just
all over.
bands from the area or
From all over, right? From all over.
Yeah, no, literally all over the world. Yeah, everybody. It's like a worldwide
Incredible.
thing.
I never looked into it. You would think like whoever, Mackie or Universal Audio or whoever's there, right,
All of them.
would like hire a band, right, to kind of show off their product. I know that's
Yeah.
kind of
Oh well, it's like they do that, but with musicians.
got.
So
Oh,
they get,
okay, okay.
Like, so like like Vinny Colaiuta did a
A clinic.
clinic.
Well, he got
dude.
him and Steve Vai. They it was like I went to that.
like a little
They-
performance thing.
No, they were just talking about
really?
the music business.
Oh,
Wow,
I went to that. It was incredible.
that's great.
But Yamaha had a stage,
Oh
and
wow,
that's where they had the bands, like huge bands, play
Nice.
in the middle.
dude!
I wanna
Please
go.
remind me next year. I want to
Yeah.
go. I've never been. Please remind me. When he went this year, I was
Hey,
like,
Nick, you and I
jealous,
do
dude.
both, man, because I haven't been either.
Let's
I've
go, dude.
never
Let's go
gone.
next year for sure.
No,
Let's
no,
all go.
y'all aren't invited.
I'm still gonna.
After I came over here last minute from a writing session, writing these smash hits.
Right. All right, we can go, and we'll all play at the Yamaha stage.
There we go.
Do it. With Neon Indian.
We'll play funky music.
They might put me on the Yamama stage.
Yamaha.
Oh, you go over you go to that stage.
The Yamaha
Redneck,
stage.
get over there. We don't need you over here.
Redneck.
Redneck.
Yamaha.
Go on,
Yeah,
country.
Well, guys, I guess we can wrap this up. I
Cool, man.
really,
Had a
really
blast.
No, man,
fun.
I appreciate the both of y'all
Thank
so
you.
much, man, and thank
course,
y'all
man.
for taking your time out to come out here and hang out with us crazy guys, man.
Thank you guys in there.
Thank you.
People watching,
Jorge.
Bandcave Hour every Tuesday, 6 o'clock. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
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 Me like Bandcave.